Hello and welcome to Oromia Broadcasting Network English News Service. I'm Ulkaba Wendemo with the news. Stay with us. President Sahlawork Zewde visited Late Age Midwifery College, a social enterprise set up as private limited company in Finfinne City. The college is devoted to training girls in the rural areas to become midwives. The trained midwives will return and serve their respective community. The main target of the college is to increase the number of midwives in Ethiopia and to contribute their reduction of maternal and infant mortality. Commending the college's commitment to produce trained midwife, President Sahlawork pledged government support. The college is currently training 40 midwives. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed received at his office yesterday the President of Somaliland Administration, Musa Bihi Abdi, and his delegation. The two parties discussed on and agreed on different key points, including strengthening their people-to-people relations, ensuring the well-being of Ethiopians in Somaliland, and working in unison on matters of peace and security. President Musa Bihi Abdi acknowledged the strides being made by Prime Minister Dr. Abiy towards regional integration and accepted the Prime Minister's call to further strengthen the close working relations between the Somaliland administration and the federal government of Somalia. Relatedly, agreements have been made to undertake one-to-one and bilateral discussions in the future. In concluding relations, the two parties also discussed on ports utilizing and other economic ties, according to Office of the Prime Minister. President Musa Bihi Abdi arrived in Finfinne City yesterday. Upon his arrival at the Bole International Airport, he was received by Ahmed Shide, Minister of Finance, and Hirut Zamane, State Minister of Foreign Affairs. Foreign Minister Dr. Workana Gabayo received copies of credentials of United Arab Emirates Ambassador to Ethiopia Mohammed Salem Al-Rashid. Dr. Workana said the ties between Ethiopia and UAE is support based on solid foundations. He also thanked the UAE for its extended and the Ethiopians living in the Emirates. Commending the already strong people-to-people ties, Dr. Workana stressed on importance of strengthening cooperation and trade and investment between two countries. The ambassador expressed his commitment to encourage companies to seize the conducive investment opportunities in Ethiopia. He also pledged to work for the strengthening of the people-to-people ties between the two countries during his tenure, according to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ethiopia. The Oromo Democratic Party ODP Central Committee has evaluated its work performance of the last 6 months and set future work directions. We have more on this. The Oromo Democratic Party Central Committee has evaluated its work performance of the past 6 months and set future directions. The committee has evaluated developmental activities and work that have been done to ensure rule of law. Head of the Oromo Democratic Party Central Office, Dr. Alamuseme, in an exclusive interview with OBN, said by the overall participation and support of the public and security bodies, peace and stability has been assured.
Nageenya eegsisuu naannicha keessatti taasifameen qaamni nageenya fi
by collaboration, workers of the security organs and the public, most of our areas which were under pressure have been stabilized. We are sure that now people are back to their daily activities in all of our regional state administrations. Dr. Alamu said the Central Committee has evaluated and recognized the role of the public in ensuring peace and stability in the regional state.
naannicha keessatti amma sadarkaan olaantummaa seeraas kabajamuun seeraa.
Now, rule of law has been ensured with the participation of the public. The office has also recognized this in its evaluation. Dr. Alam also said that the committee has evaluated the performance of different developmental projects in the Oromia regional state and stated there are good progress on the area. Progress of different developmental projects and their current status has been evaluated. The performance of developmental projects in the last 6 months and set directions to fix their limitations. The started works will sustain as per their schedule. He also said the Oromo Democratic Party Central Committee has called on the people of the regional state to sustain the ever-started peace and stability of their area. Regarding to peace, our people have been working with our security organs. We want to call up on our people to sustain the current peace and stability, because peace is the beginning of everything, including undertaking developmental activities. The officials are working on solving our people's questions, so all should work in sustaining peace and stability of their area. Ethiopian Ambassador Teshome Toga presented his credential to Mr. Xi Jinping, President of China, yesterday. Ambassador Teshome delivered warm greetings from the Ethiopian people and government to the people and government of China. He thanked President Xi for China's unwavering support to Ethiopia fighting against poverty and economic transformation. He also noted that Ethiopia is fully committed to accomplish the agreement signed and the commitments under FOCAC and Belt and Road Initiative. President Xi stressed that the relationship between China and Ethiopia of a great importance, delivering his greetings to President Sahle-Work Zewde and Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed. And he also noted that he is looking forward to welcome Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed in Beijing at the Second Belt and Road Summit in April 2019. Ministry of Culture and Tourism has celebrated the Day of Learning and Serving with native language for the 9th day around at Asala town. Here is Fikadu Brown for the detail.
Different studies show that learning by native language can play a significant role in psychological development of children. Ministry of Culture and Tourism has celebrated the Day of Learning and Serving with native language for 9th round at Asala town. Director of Language and Common Culture Development Directorate with Ministry of Culture and Tourism, Alamayo Getachew, said language is not only a tool for development, it is also a tool which can quicken developmental activities. Language is not only a tool for developmental services, it is also used to quicken development. It is also very important to protect our peace, so we should develop our native language, and if there may be any problem, it is important to solve it through study. The State Minister of Education, Muhammad Ahmad, for his part, noted that one language should borrow language from others to strengthen development of the country and the unity of people to people. Currently, around 53 languages are being used in education curriculum, and education is given by using them. Among them, 27 languages are being used as secondary schools teaching language. Accordingly, we are offering awareness creation training for more than 170,000 teachers to strengthen native language. Participants of the ceremony for their part state that the work started to make Afan Oromo the language of technology should strongly be sustained, adding that they are ready to play their part in doing so. Learning by your own language has great meaning. It can play a great role to reflect our culture, so we should work together to make our language of business, she said. Vice Head of the Oromia Education Bureau, Dr. Galana Walda Mikhail, underscored that different studies are being undertaken to make Afan Oromo teaching language of secondary schools. Most of developed countries' people are attending their education by their native languages. People of China, German, France, and others have been developing their countries through learning by their native language. So it is also important for us to learn with our own language.
Council of Justice, in collaboration with the Federal Justice and Legal Research Institute, has offered training to senior officials of justice sector. Here is Lata Teresa for more.
Justice system is one of the major issues that Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed has given due attention to since he took office. The Premier has set up a Council of Justice bodies which comprises 10 members aiming at solving the problems that are observed in the service delivery in the sector and to conduct research on the matter. The Council has been offering a short-term training to senior leaders of the justice sector, being in collaboration with Federal Justice and Legal Research Institute in Adama Adama town. The training is said organized aimed at curbing the problems seen in the sector. On the occasion, papers have been presented for discussion. Director of the Federal Justice and Legal Research Institute, Ambassador Feb, said the main objective of the training is to enable justice bodies contribute their share to the ongoing progress in the country.
This training was organized for leaders of justice bodies found at both regional and federal level. It is important to them to evaluate themselves in how they have been serving the public and correct the issues that need correction.
The ambassador reiterated that similar training will be given to the administration found at lower level in order to improve justice service delivery.
This training was offered to leaders found at higher position. They are expected to give the same training to the medium level leaders of their respective offices. It will continue this way to village level.
Some leaders in attendance of the training suggested that the training will help to strengthen integration of justice bodies.
The work of justice could not be succeed without integration. Cooperative is very vital for the other sectors also. The training will play a pivotal role in inspiring the leaders of the sector to have more commitment. It will also help to discharge their responsibility in the upcoming change.
Thanks for joining us. That's all what we had for now. Bye-bye.
The 32nd ordinary session of the Assembly of Heads of States and Governments of African Union has been convened in Finfinne City, Ethiopia's capital, at Africa